Stolen by Morrell. Get your cameras ready. Matthew Morrell. 6 seconds left. Here's Scott underneath. She puts it in. 3.1 left. Timeout on the floor. This is Lindsey King. I'm Jake Hromada, and Lindsey, Ole Miss is coming off back-to-back overtime wins. How do you think their legs are going to feel today?
Yeah, I think they're going to be a little bit worn out.
Up the floor, Cedric Cowler to the basket. Emphatic start for the Eagles. Auburn has not held the lead at all. And Richardson takes the ball away from Collins. The former Auburn Tiger. Count it, and one. Both fan bases into it. Rogers on the response. No way! Oh, she shushes him too.
Rogers is hot.
Back with the all-time leading scorer in Ole Miss history, John Stroud. My name's Jake Hromada. And John, we were talking earlier. I mean, Ole Miss is 7-0, which is sort of 14 teams across the country that are still unbeaten. But you know, Ole Miss, they've been in a lot of close games. They could easily be 3-4, 4-3, or any of those combinations.
A lot closer than Ole Miss would like them to be, but.
Brayfield left all alone. Yes. Todd Williams forces it up. Oh my! Todd Williams!
What in the world did we just witness?
11 offensive rebounds for A&M. Bullseye! Janiyah Barker knocks it home. Lindsey, if you got some kinks to work out before conference play starts, this is your final time to do so.
That's right, Jake. This is the last chance to get it right before you move into January.
Coming into today on the season, Todd Williams is averaging a little over 9 points per game and hitting 36% of her shots. She's found her groove, and you know, that's part of being a transfer, right? Just trying to find your footing, and it took her a little bit, but hey, she's here when Ole Miss needs her most, and that's in February going into March.
Yeah, Coach Yo is a big advocate of preaching know your role.
I love Todd Williams' reaction earlier during media availability this week. She had a double-double against Mississippi State, 16 points and 11 rebounds. That was her first double-double, Lindsey, since her freshman year. And when asked about it, say, hey, do you remember when your last double-double was? She's like, I don't know, probably last year. And it's like, no, that's your freshman year. She's like, really? It's been that long since I've had a double-double? I mean, you were a player once. All these games just run together, don't they?
They do. The years run together, too.
10 left to shoot for Georgia this possession. And Flournoy gives off to Nicholson. Again, Nicholson had gone to her a lot. She's taken 4 of her team's 7 shots in this first quarter. But I guess when you average a near double-double, 16 points and 9 rebounds, you're going to touch the ball a lot, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I have a feeling, though, even if she isn't getting those shots, they're still going to try to get her a lot of touches.
Richardson fades. All window. Rebound for Flournoy. And Thompson up the floor. One thing, too, Coach Yo said about Coach Abe's Georgia team, no matter if they're down 5, down 20, they're just like Coach Abe. They keep fighting no matter what the situation is. And a travel down low on Nicholson. And we heard from the Georgia bench, just shoot the ball.
Well, she's got to, Jake, because that matchup there was Nicholson with Stevenson, who is Ole Miss's point guard. So it was an obvious size advantage. And you don't need all of that footwork if you're going up against someone that is over a foot shorter than you. You know, she's a strong athletic post. She'll figure it out and start getting some shots to fall.
I'd say 6'2" Nicholson against 5'4" Stevenson. That's a mismatch for
my money would be on Nicholson for sure.
7-6 Georgia out in front early. Ole Miss has not scored in 2.5 minutes. Todd Williams drives. Coming away with the basketball, Chloe Chapman. Bounces to Avinger. She puts it in, and one. Count that basket, and a free throw coming.
That was absolutely beautiful. Picture perfect transition basketball. Let's take another look. What a pass. Didn't even have to dribble and got the and one. That's what you want.
Fouls on Alana Eaton for Ole Miss, who Eaton's only played 2 minutes so far in this game. And Ole Miss's scoring drought at 3 minutes now. And Avinger hits the free throw, the 64% free throw shooter, and the point guard that's has the 4th most assists in the SEC at 110. There you see Ole Miss's scoring drought north of 3 minutes, down 4 to Georgia 10-6. Remember, Georgia led South Carolina by 7 at halftime. Todd Williams bottoms the 3.
I love that Madison Scott and Todd Williams have that chemistry where they know where each other is at all times on the court. Beautiful job by Todd Williams setting up on the baseline for that open three-point shot.
Todd Williams surpassed 100 made threes in her career last game. She's at 102 now as Nicholson eases it off the glass and in.
Yeah, and talk about your teammate always knowing where you are. I mean, every Georgia teammate knows where Nicholson is. That was a beautiful lob made for an easy 2 points.
Todd Williams open again. Rebound falls to Chapman. Her and Marquisha Davis were in a tie-up, but Chapman's called for a travel, and Ole Miss gets back to basketball. Chapman did shuffle her feet, but Davis was there pestering her a little bit. But the officials ruled Chapman with the turnover. Both teams early, 3 turnovers apiece. Georgia's opened this game shooting 5 for 9. Ole Miss 4 for 12 from the floor. The lob to Davis and a new possession for Ole Miss. Scott. She was scoreless against Georgia. She has 4 quick points here in the first quarter in the second meeting against the Dogs.
I mean, Georgia's doing a great job in their zone defense. They're forcing difficult shots, but Ole Miss doing a good job of knocking them down.
Todd Williams and Scott have 9 of Ole Miss's 11 points. Savannah Henderson, the daughter of Coach Abe, throws it down low, and it's out of bounds. Ole Miss basketball. This last Maddie Scott basket, this is just vintage Madison Scott.
Yeah, that 15-foot pull-up, that is what she loves.